everybody. So I had an idea. Yesterday, I showed y'all my decoupage of this envelope, and then I thought, why don't I just take y'all along while I do this journal? I know that everybody's got to start somewhere. There's a lot of beginners out there, and also even those of us that's been doing it for a while, we like to learn from each other. I know for a while when I first started doing this, I had no idea what sewing in signatures meant. I didn't even know what signatures were at first. I had to research it. I eventually found sewing in signatures, and sometimes I do it like that, and sometimes I do it a different way, you know, my own way that I come up with, that I'm sure that other people have used in the past. But today I'm going to show y'all what I've done so far since y'all saw this last, and I'm going to show y'all how I sew in my signatures. By the way, for those of y'all that don't know, what is a signature? It's the papers that you put together to put in your journal. Here's one signature for the journal that I'm doing, and here's another signature. So this journal is going to have two signatures, and y'all see sewing here. This is not sewing in my signature. This is sewing together two pieces to make a whole page. Like right here, I wanted the whole entire, oh, I'm glad I saw that. The whole entire page to be on one side, and it's rare that I do this. But if I wanted one page to be on the whole entire side, okay, this was a whole entire page that I printed out. If I had printed it full size, I would have had to fold it and cut a lot of it off, and these images would have been lost. So I shrunk it down to approximately 4 by 6. It's somewhere around there. Printed it out and printed out a bunch of sheets like that I really love, and just sewed them together. That way, whoever gets this journal gets to enjoy the full print and stuff. See? Stuff is not being cut out. Here's one print, sewed it to another. That way they get the full prints. And I don't always do that, but it's just something I wanted to do for this. Alright, time for me to show y'all how I sew in. Alright, let me bring my camera down here. I'm short, y'all, so I work here often. Alright, let me show y'all what I did to the inside of my journal really quick. Y'all excuse my paint-ridden surface here. This is the inside. I just sewed, y'all can see it here on the cover that I haven't done yet. I just sewed over all of this so that you wouldn't see it over see it through the fabric. So I have this bunny fabric, and I cut out a panel for this side, a panel for this side, glued it on. I cut out a strip of paper that I really like that fit the middle here, glued it on. And then when I folded it, I had a little tiny bit of buckling right here on this paper. I don't like that. I don't. So I just got some really cute lace, put it on either side right there, covered that up. The reason why you want to do the panel separately out here is because when you have it open, it's stretched out a little bit more. And then when you fold it shut, this area is going to buckle. And if you have the whole entire thing all the way across it, it's going to buckle pretty bad. Now that's not to say that you cannot press it back down and adjust. You certainly can. To me, this just makes more sense. So that is how I do it. Y'all can see I've already made 2 holes here. That's for my signatures. I'm going to make one more. I was making the holes when I thought, oh no, you're not showing anybody what you're doing. Alright, let me pull that out a little bit so I have room. Come on, camera. There we go. And right in the middle. So for this sewing in, there we go. Use my pokey stick, make 3 holes. got my thread. I always make my thread longer than it has to be. For one, just easier to manipulate, in my opinion. But also, I might decide to put a little charm or some dangles on the thread, and I'm going to need that extra thread. And if I don't, I can just cut it off or tie it in a bow. But it's there in case I do want to use it. This is y'all see, a really, really big needle. A small one is not going to work with this type of thread. I use this thread. Let me show y'all. Well, if I can thread my needle, and then we don't have any problems. But I am today. I use twine. It's really thick. That way that I know that my signatures are going to be in there really well. My cat is going crazy at the door. He is in rare form today, driving me insane. All right. Here is the middle. Yes, I hear ya. I hear ya. I want to put this down. Oh, wait, no, that's not the middle. Find your middle. There we go. That's the middle. I like to look at everything again to make sure that I'm happy with how it's lined up once I've found the middle. Okay. Okay. And then we are going to push through the papers. Y'all can see. Push through that middle hole. Y'all might want to wear a thimble for this. I have one that I do use sometimes if I'm working with especially tough material. You're going to leave a little tail right there. A little tail of string. Again, until you get this pretty secure, you want to make sure that your signature is where you want it to be. Make sure everything is lined up. Try to hold it as still as possible when making this next one, because that's where it's going to be. Come up through the bottom. I hope y'all can see this okay. I cannot see the back of the camera. Yeah, it looks like it. We're going to come across. Keep your string in the middle to one side. Come across. Yep, that looks about right there. This is when I really need a thimble. Yep, let me get it real quick. Because that is difficult. That is difficult to push. It does help if you hold the papers up. If you get it, you hold the papers up, push through the papers, and then go through that hole that you already made on your book. That cat, I'm sorry y'all about hitting this camera. All right, now for this part, make sure that you've pulled pretty tight. Everything is square, it's not moving. You're going to want to come in the opposite side of where this string is. You're going to want to bring your string up through here. So, going back through this hole in the center. And you may make a new hole or may not. It really, I have found, does not matter. I just made a new hole. You can go back through the same hole. Does not matter. I have found anyway. If I'm wrong and someone else has had a different experience, please tell me. We're going to pull, make sure all of this is nice and tight. It's not coming out. Then we're going to tie this. And voila, you have a sewn in signature. See, that wasn't so bad. Wasn't so difficult. Too cute. All right, y'all. I will be back once I have made progress.